Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Pokemon content. Obviously, things are opening up. In real life, events are happening. Regionals are coming up. So we're going to take a look at some more competitive decks. This is one of my favorites. Obviously, you can see in the corner. Where is he? No, there. Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon. And in the current format, obviously Mew dominates. We can hit Mew for weakness. I found a few problems with Gengar though. It can be very inconsistent running the 4/4 Houndooms. There's not a ton of draw support because you do really need to run Path to the Peak. So it's difficult to really nail down the list. And I haven't been too keen on the pure Gengar list. So I've gone for Gengar Inteleon. This work in progress. This Y deck is Durant, obviously. I don't think I've actually played it, which is why I've made it at all. So in the deck itself, we run a 3/3 of Gengar. You can run a 4/3, and I have tried that, and it does work as well. I'd probably cut... This is where it's difficult. It's hard to decide what to cut. Maybe the Mustard. I do quite like it, though, especially because we only run a 2/2 of Houndoom and Houndour. It does mean if we prize our Houndour or they're knocked out, we can Mustard in our Houndoom. We can Mustard in a Gengar VMax. It's why I don't mind running low counts of our basic Pokemon, because we can get them in via Mustard. Obviously, with the Inteleon line, it's easy to draw quick balls, to discard stuff, and make it easier to play the Mustard. The Inteleon line really does shore up this. It really makes it more consistent, and I think a better deck, honestly. I do think this is a better variant of the regular Gengar we see. You don't need 4 Houndooms. I can't imagine a matchup or a match where you're ever going to use that. You don't need 4 Vitality. If you need that many, you've probably been knocked out too many times and you're already losing the match. We cut out a lot of stuff the deck really doesn't need, and we add a ton of consistency with Inteleon, which means we can play a few basic energy, meaning we can almost guarantee an energy a turn. We've got a ton of evolution incense to search out our Drizzles and our Houndooms and our Gengar VMaxes. It just makes finding the cards we need very easy, and it takes out the clutter and makes it more consistent. We do still run 2 Path to the Peaks. I have been thinking about taking this up to 4. It does really help in the Mew matchup. It helps in Duraludon. It helps in a few different matchups. The reason I've just run into it at the minute is we can fetch it with Drizzle. This is what I mean. When we need the cards, we can grab them, because this deck does need certain cards at certain times, obviously setting up Houndoom and then the Path to the Peak and stuff. Maybe we need a Choice Belt to work out some of the math. Maybe an Air Balloon to retreat something, or a Switch. Scoop Up Net to scoop one of these guys up, or the Houndoom. I honestly think this deck covers a lot of what we need. I think it will change as more stuff comes out, because with Drizzle, it's so easy to grab one of, so you can sort of customize this to your fit. I've seen some people use Cheryl, so you can just heal your Gengar VMax. Then with the urn, bring the energy back. There is a few different things you can do to make this work. This is personally the list I've been playing, and the one I really like at the moment. I do think it's a good list. As you can currently see on my verses, I played a few to just warm up with it and try it out. We are currently on a win streak of 6 with this. So let's jump into a game and see how it gets on. First, I don't know what he's playing that would want to go second. Arceus, maybe? Not... If he's playing Durant, we'll just scoop anyway. It's not that... I mean, Durant is very easy to beat. It's just... I play online for fun mainly, so I do like to test decks out, but I'd rather just not... I'd rather just jump into another game if that's what he's playing. No. Okay. So he's going to be playing either Raichu or Rayquaza. I do actually really like the Raichu V. It's got an attack similar to... Okay, Boltund as well. That's pretty safe for any kind of electric deck. Yeah, the Raichu does something very similar to Alchemy, but it's a basic, so it can do it easier. It does 60 for each electric you discard. We are still yet to see what he's actually playing. Again, Energy Search. I could have found it out, but it just means I can attack. We're going to... Oh, this is difficult. We're just going to do this to make sure we've got our other Houndoom. We don't. See, that's quite important there, because I was about to discard that. So, I think we go Drizzile. Let's grab a level ball. A little easier way to get the Houndour in play. Drop that, and we're going to Marnie. Get some more. Okay, that's good. So we've got both Houndours, so we can set them up. Houndour. Could quick ball for something, and then I could Drizzle next turn, which I think we need to do, else we've got pretty much nothing. So I am going to quick ball for a Sobble. But it's just stuff like this with Drizzle. We've always got to play. We can always do something with Gengar. Sometimes you can't. And 80 into Boltund seems okay. Probably going to get hit back quite hard. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a... I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Boltund VMax, but then I stopped because I wasn't sure if there was a VMax. But of course there is, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of damage coming our way. 250. We can just knock it out next turn anyway. Regardless. Something else cool, like I was mentioning before, we can actually get this VMax into... Oh, it depends if we've got another in our deck. Yeah, we could Mustard, but I don't think it's necessary. He's got a Bolt Storm, so it does run the Raichu I was mentioning. It's got the Dynamic Spark, which does a ton of damage. I'm just going to attach so we can take a knockout. We think we go for Drizzle here. Grab the Evo Incense and get one of our Houndooms set up. And then hopefully we can get a Gengar following that from this research. We are going to ditch one. Let's just make sure. So we do have another VMax, that's fine. Grab the Houndoom. And research. So 1, 2, that's 2 of our energy. So we can... Hopefully we've got the other 2 in there. Yeah. So we are fairly set up following whatever he brings out next. We could potentially, so if we did 60, 120, 140, 170, 250. No, I was going to say we could get out quick shooting and knock him out that way, but it doesn't look like we can. I think we're just going to Gmax for knockout. It gets it out his energy acceleration. Well, obviously he's got the Dynamotors as well. But I don't think he'll get enough energy in play. He can probably get... Obviously, 1 was a special, so he can't bring that back. He can get 1, 2... He can definitely knock this Gengar out, but we can get this set up quick enough. We've got the Incense. We've got everything we need. He's going to boss up. This is what I mean. So if, for example, we were playing the normal deck and we didn't have the boss, we wouldn't be able to get it. I could Evo Incense, get Shady Dealings. I could get boss when I need it. There's so many cards. Yeah, this is... I think he's going to scoop it. We've got both bosses. So I am actually going to set up the other Gengar. I should probably grab Shady Dealings. Yeah, we'll single strike onto it. I think we can get a knockout that way. So 60, 180. That's 120, 180. That's not quite enough. Oh, there we go. 200. So we don't have to retreat into this guy. Bring that up. Make sure we quick shoot. And we can do 180 with Fear and Panic, so we don't have to swallow again. And we are now 1 prize away. We can just boss up a Sheep, Mareep, or a Flaffy. My mind's gone completely blank. Although we can just knock this out as well. So Gmax Swallow. And that is our first game. We will grab a couple more just to show you against some of the more competitive decks. Okay, looks like an Arceus deck. Very popular at a minute. There's a few different decks it could be. What's some of the top ones? Duraludon's probably the most popular, or most powerful at least. But it could be a whole host of things. It could be Raichu V. It could be Calyrex. It could be anything. There's so many things that work with Arceus now. It's kind of a good thing that it's made so many decks viable, but kind of sucks as well that every deck has got Arceus in at the moment. Oh, almost slipped off my desk there. Okay. What is with these starts? Did he draw 3 cards then? And I've got... This is what I don't really get about the online thing. Like, I play in real life with this deck. It's sat right here. I've tested it plenty. I've drawn so many hands of it, and never have I got anything like this. Never has my opponent drawn 3 cards off me. It does make me wonder about the online shuffling on this. Really does. Have we lost? So we're gonna have to do Path to the Peak and Marnie. What can we hit here? So again, we don't hit an energy, which is why we do run the old energy search, which means we can grab that now with our Drizzle. Obviously, it's prized. We can actually mustard next turn. So let's get a Houndoom set up ready so we can accelerate some energy. We don't need much energy to attack with Gengar. So yeah, we should be okay. We can literally attach Houndoom. We're going to do 60. Yeah, we can take a knockout on any of these Pokemon now. Okay, so we get the Houndoom. We'll attach that. We can still mustard, so we'll go attach here. Switch into Gengar. Houndoom onto Gengar. And then we will mustard. We can either do VMax or we can do another Houndoom. I think the Houndoom's a safer bet. Means we can get a little more energy going. And we can't actually get what we need going though, which is unfortunate. I'm going to get a second Gengar out, and for what do we need? No point of that Houndoom now. That's a dead card, so we'll grab a Sobble. Then we've got a few outs. We've got Drizzles, we've got Level Balls, we've got all of our supporters. That's what I mean about this deck. There's so many outs in comparison to other stuff. When you run it with Gengar, you can dead draw so often. I think we'll just go for the knockout here. He hasn't got many cards in his hand, so we could be okay. Realistically, we've got the Marnie there. We're going to need to set up this second Gengar. We've already got our 2 Houndooms. And this is set up so much easier and quicker and more consistent than the regular Gengar deck. I really do enjoy this. He's going to get something set up on the bench. Okay, so he's going for the Zapdos. We do have Path to the Peak in play. So he's dumped a lot of energy on it still. I'm actually going to grab that. We can't Marnie him. We can't... I think we'll put that there. We can't... I'd like to bring this up with boss's orders, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to Marnie. I could have grabbed an energy to attach there. But we're looking okay. So we'll attach here. That's knockout again. Attach here. Grab a Drizzle. And again, we can just set something up for next turn. It would be nice to grab a... I think we might grab the boss so he has to Marnie us. So it does reduce some of his options in terms of supporters he can play. And then we'll just sit on that. And we'll knock out. We need one more knockout here. The Zapdos could easily come in and knock us out. Obviously, we're weak to it, so yeah, and that's what he's going to do. He'll either have to attach or bump the stadium, though. He's bumped the stadium. What does that knock me down to? 4 Pokemon. Kind of don't want to get rid of any of these. I don't think we need 2 Houndooms. I'm going to get rid of a Drizzle, though. We're going to bump that stadium this turn, hopefully. So that's going to transform into... Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I guess when you run so many different Vs, that's actually quite a cool card to use. It's nice to see Ditto getting some play. I do like these bird box decks. I don't know what other people call them. I've just come up with that. That's not bad, though. Bird box was a thing in, I don't know, 2019 or whenever it was. Okay, so he has got that set up. So that is going to be... Going to be the knockout. So what do we need here? We've got 2 urns left, so we need one of our urns. other than that, I think, I mean, can we knock this out anyway? Yeah, we've got knockout. I mean, we'll evolve 60. Yeah, easy. Easy game. Easy clap, boys. Nice, easy one. I was saying, I do really like this deck we're playing against. So basically, it just hits a ton of different weaknesses. It hit ours, but because we can set up so quickly, because so much moving around, so much we can grab when we need it, the deck did manage to win out in the end. Let me know in the comments if you like this one. Let me know any changes you'd make, or maybe other Gengar lists you've been running. Inteleon is obviously in a ton of decks. Super consistent card, very powerful at the minute. One of my favorites. I don't really like the Pokemon, honestly, but the powers are just so good. Thank you so much if you've made it to this point, and I will catch you in the next one.